What's up, squad? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So guys, I hope everything has been well with you. I hope that November treated everyone well, but now this year is about to be over. Oh my God. So let's just see what we're getting ourselves into this month. I'm gonna do a past, present, and future look on what's going on. Now, before I start, guys, I'm letting everyone know I am, just for the month of December, limited time only, guys, I'm doing 2020 prediction readings. So guys, these are very, very extensive readings. I do a month by month breakdown, love, finances, just the general energies around you. So if you guys do want to look into that, you can check my website through the link or the description below rather. And yeah, I'm gonna have that up until January 1st, but then after that, taking it down. All right, guys. So what is going on for squad? Now this will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Taurus signs. And remember, guys, the energy could be transferable, so it could be something that is happening to you or something that is happening to a person around you. All right. So what is going on with squad? December 2019. What can us Taurians expect? Three of Cups in the reverse came out, so that could be where you remove yourself from a group of friends, maybe you leave a job or some sort of social setting. Sometimes third-party situations in love, but we'll see. All right, guys, so we have past, present, and future. Okay. So the energy that you guys have is the Emperor in the reverse. So when this energy comes up, we really have to think about, you know, am I being truthful to everyone around me? Am I being honest with myself? Is somebody around me wearing a mask? Because there's something where it's like you look at it and it's like, yeah, I gotta leave this in the past, and this is not something that I should accept in my life anymore. And it's like, this is a month where you really just mentally move past it, and you're very in tune with what it is that you need. Okay. Now the first card that we have for the past, guys, is the Hierophant. Okay, so this is my favorite card in the deck. I feel like it's very powerful because it's showing that not only are we on the path that we're meant to be on, but it's like with the path that we're on, it's in alignment with our life purpose, what we're here to do. For some people, this could be marriage or something that has to do with like law or society, but it'll probably be, or maybe even like religion, but it'll most likely be something positive here. Okay, now with the Ten of Swords, that does change things a little bit. So we have the Ten of Swords and we have the Fool card in the reverse. So if any of you went through some sort of betrayal, any sort of harsh ending, something where you just knew things weren't working out well, it could have just been you fucking up, you know, having bad habits where things kind of spiral out of control. You guys see that for what it is and you move away from it. Okay, you go on the path that you need to. And whether it's, you know, habits that are hard to kick or somebody that was hard to get rid of, you do release whatever burden you were causing for yourself. You have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Sun card, so it could, you're just really getting out of your own way. Okay, now there is this sense of indecision, okay, as you're making these you know, as you're making these strides forward. So let's just see what the indecision could be about specifically. The King of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Wands in the reverse, and Knight of Cups. Let me just scratch my palm. I hope some money is coming in because it's just been itchy, and that's happening for the Taurus reading. I am so here for it. But if there was a situation in love where somebody was just being a whore, just being promiscuous, or just wanting to have fun and not settle, I don't see that as something that worked out. This could also be where somebody just somebody with a very strong potential to do a lot of good, but it's like they self-sabotage and they're not doing well. All right, this could be someone that it's like they get hired for a job because they're literally the ones that are best equipped, that have the most potential, and even though they have the gift to do whatever it is that they're doing, they're not necessarily like keeping up with it. Maybe they're showing up to work late, you know, not calling clients back, stuff like that. So it could just be someone who means well, but they're just not taking the best approach, okay? But there is a disaster and a catastrophe here that's avoided, all right? So why is this Tower card here in the reverse in the past? Wheel of Fortune, so again, a very good change, guys. And we have the World card in the reverse. So very good changes start coming in, and this is at a time where there's still something else going on that you know you have to let go of, but you're making the right call, okay? With the Taurus, I'm going to give you guys some slack on this because I know that we are stubborn. So when it comes to letting something go, we don't necessarily just drop it, okay? We're going to squeeze out every ounce of chance it has. But when we let it go, on the flip side, we know there's no woulda, shoulda, coulda. It's like, no, I did, and I did. Okay? So, yeah, let's see what comes from this. Now, in the for some of you, though, before I keep going, for some people, maybe you're realizing that there's a job better suited for you or a person better suited for you than, you know, maybe someone that you were dating. But, again, keep in mind that energy could be vice versa. Okay, so the first card that we have right now for the present moment is the Page of Cups in the reverse. Could be someone that stops talking to you. Maybe you stop talking to them. If this is talking about a form of communication between two people, then something here can't be trusted. There might be somebody who's like over-promising on something or just have no intention to move forward with it realistically. We have the Queen of Wands, so for some of you, maybe that has to do with the Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. For others of you, it could just be something where a person is very passionate about something, maybe someone who's like in charge of something that they're passionate about. And we have the Four of Pentacles. So there's definitely something that could cause conflict. I just feel like someone talks shit, or you know that something can't be trusted and you don't want to be bothered with it anymore. So you guys stop going in that direction. And again, remember that this doesn't necessarily have to be a person or a job that's dropped. It could be you getting in your own way. It could be you making your life harder, okay? Because, yeah, that stubborn streak that we have, it could sometimes be a very toxic thing for us, okay? I know I personally have held on to shit that I was much better off, you know, just releasing. So the next card that we have for the present moment, guys, and this is going to be the center of the reading, you know, the central energy, what everything taps into. Six of Pentacles. So that could be wealth and abundance. That could be finding balance and equilibrium in something, you know, having equal give and take in a situation. We have the Lovers card in the reverse. And we have the Strength card in the reverse. So for some of you, again, you could feel debilitated about something that's just not working out anymore. All right. But Taurus, you're going to give what you get. Okay. I was actually speaking with Capricorn about this. So if you guys want to watch like the end part of their video where it's just the advice portion. With whatever it is that you're expecting in life right now, you really have to ask yourself, am I putting out the type of energy to receive what it is that I want? If I want to be abundant, am I being a hard worker? If I want to be genuinely loved, am I genuinely showing love to others? If I want to have a better body, or if I want to be healthier, does my eating and physical habits reflect that? Okay? So there's so much potential for what can be built right now. But are you deserving of it? And have you put out the energy to do that? And guys, it's a very powerful time for Taurus, okay? Where there's just so much that you can actually manifest. And if there's things that aren't working out, it's either because it's not meant to be there or you're just not doing your due diligence, okay? Out of any sign of the zodiac, we have the knack for money, the knack for success, the knack for just getting things in our life that are stable and long-term, okay? But we have to work for it, okay? You can't just expect something to fall into your lap. Now, the last card that you guys have, that we have, I'm always like, which one do I say? Because I don't want to sound like it's a reading for me. But we have the Seven of Pentacles. So, you know, being patient, waiting on something to come in. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. You guys are able to put something in the past, but I feel like it's amicable. I don't feel like this is something where like someone's tires are getting slashed or like clothes thrown out a window. Because there's healing, but you just really cut off something that was conflicting. I don't see, you know, the Taurian being in a place this month where you're, you know, jumping through hoops to get something done. That's kind of just the energy I've adopted, like, you know, in the last few months, where nothing can really bother me. Because I'm just such a fucking dope person, and I know that I mean well, and I know that there's so much. Sorry about that, guys. This computer's always like stopping and starting with the recording all randomly. But with what I was saying, that, you know, I feel like entitled to abundance. And I think that we all should. So when something's not working out for me, I just know that I'm being protected from something. Even when it comes to love, because as Taurians, even with love, it's like we want to put a property sign on somebody saying sold. And it's like, you better not come near my significant other because I will fucking destroy you. All right? We don't like that sharing shit. We don't like, I mean, unless you're into all of that polygamy, whatever, do you? But what's mine is mine. You know, that's kind of the mentality that a Taurian has. But I don't do that anymore. I don't give people that expectation. And I've found that things work so much better for me when I kind of just let the universe do what it's meant to do. True story, I'm not going to drop no names, but there was someone, you know, that they just have such a strong effect on me. And because I'm just naturally an alpha in everything that I do. Like I'm usually like the breadwinner in every relationship, and I'm just like, no, I want to move away from that. I want to find someone like on my level and shit like that. But there was a time where just talking to this person, I would just be very jealous, and there's certain things that I want to force. And if they say, hey, I'll call you back in an hour, but like they fall asleep and I don't hear from them the next day, like my mind is going nuts. So when I found myself being anxious over it, there's just a lot of, I don't want to say animosity because it wasn't that deep, but there's just a lot of tension there, a lot of static there, okay? The moment that I released, and guys, it was not easy. When I released all expectations, and I'm talking about like I was in a pretty depressed, sad feeling for like 2 to 3 months. When I finally truly let go and said, it doesn't matter what happens, I'm not going to hold that to you. And I stopped, you know, bothering this person in that way. And I just let things happen naturally. Oh my God, we got so close. And it was like a 180. And that's where the passion truly came in. And that's where it's just like, yeah, I can do this. So you don't want to be in a place where you're forcing anything. Okay, I don't know if you guys used to watch, I'm a 90s baby, so Nickelodeon or Nick Jr., they used to have like these little skits in between shows. And I remember this one specifically where it was a competition between the sun and the wind. And the competition was to see which one can have a boy take off his jacket quicker. So with the wind came in and said, I'm going to blow so hard that this jacket or whatever, it just gets blown off the person. But what happens when it's cold and it's freezing and it's brick outside? For those of you not from New York or familiar with New York slang, that's cold. But this person just held tight. And no matter how hard the wind blew, it wasn't working out. But then the sun came in and was like, watch this. And it was just like, I'm going to be myself, and I'm just going to shine, and I'm just going to be warm and loving. And bro took his jacket off right away. So attract with honey, guys. Don't force anything. All right, moving forward. The first card that we have for the future, Ace of Cups in the reverse. And I'm sorry I'm talking so much, guys. You're my last reading, so I'm just, like, my mind is already relaxed. Got a beer in the freezer waiting for me. So Ace of Cups in the reverse, something that you don't move forward with or something that could end. We have the Eight of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Swords. So something is being cut out. Okay, because there's just a different direction you want to work in, and you know that there's instability here. You know that it's just too forced. For some of you, excuse me, this could have to do with the Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. And if it's not involving a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, then you kind of just have the, screw you attitude. Like, I need to stay focused right now. I don't have time, to be distracted. I just don't. All right. So we have the Five of Swords as the next card for the future. So this could be a card that has to do with conflict or just getting through conflict. But are you the person who feels defeated, or are you holding your sword and standing strong through this conflict, you know, as you get through it? Ace of Wands. And Ace of Pentacles in reverse. In this case, you guys are really strongly going through this. And all those circumstances might not be ideal. There's a lot of success here. Okay? So you're letting go of something that's conflicting. You're focusing on something that's really going to work out for you. But there's just this transition of kind of maybe feeling a little down about what's not going to work out, but knowing something incredible is coming in. But what needs to be rejected? Okay, with the Five of Pentacles, this could also be someone who's in a financial like bind. All right, I know it's the summer, guys, holidays, gifts being bought. So I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. I find like sneaky ways to not have to buy gifts for people. So I cover just my parents, my child, and if I'm sleeping with someone at the time, that's who's getting a gift, and that's about it. Everybody else gets a nice abrazo. We could dance a salsa song together during the party, but that's about it. All right, so guys, whatever it is that, again, you're releasing, it could be difficult for you. It could be difficult for someone around you, but it just wasn't, you know, you weren't living authentically with this in your life. All right, so speak very honestly and be, you know, very unapologetic with what it is that you want and with what it is that you need, because things are going to come in for you, but you don't want to be in a place where you're settling for less, or just, you know, allowing things to be or just conforming to how things are in your life, even if you're not 100% satisfied with it. So if it's not giving you what you need, then find what you do need. All right, so let's pull some cards of advice here. What do you guys need to hear with us to advice for the month of December? What guidance does squad need right now? All right, guys. So we got Page of Swords in the reverse, Sun card in the reverse, Seven of Cups in the reverse. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't sugarcoat ever. Okay, that's why I always put a disclaimer. Don't get a reading with me unless you're ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but it. But there's something that you're certain that it's blocking blessings for you, or that it's blocking opportunities for you, and you're clear. And honestly, somebody might be very hostile in all of this. Someone may be speaking their mind in a very harsh way, but this just wasn't a good idea. Okay, new beginnings and opportunities come in when you realize that this is not a good idea. But with whatever it is that you guys are moving away from, it's a final thing. It's not something that you go back and forth with. It's something that once you decide, that it is what it is. So don't play yourself. Don't lie to yourself. You guys know what the truth is. You know, when the High Priestess is in the reverse, that means that someone knows what they need to do. They just don't necessarily want to face what has to be done. So face what has to be done, guys, and just know that you got to remove yourself, okay? Avoid conflict at all costs, and, you know, you'll be very self-sufficient. But the tension right now isn't needed to avoid it, okay? So let's see. I want to pull you guys an oracle card, and then that'll be that. But let's see what's going on. Now, I'm using Goddess Power Oracle deck. I actually have a wish list, guys, that I put on Amazon, just trying to get some help with some new office equipment that I need, since it is the holidays and all of that. So if you guys do donate anything to the channel, any whether it's a money donation or something off my Amazon wish list, please just shoot me an email and I'll send you out a free reading, okay? All right, so I say that because one of you actually got me this, so thank you so much, guys. So what is going on? Okay. How would I pronounce this? Aeronaut, maybe? But it says time. All right, so let's see what this is about. So this is number 3 for anyone who's into numerology, numbers, patterns, all of that. So this is a card about time. And the empowerment message here is that right now, you have all the time in the world to reach the fullest potential of your intentions and desires. Wow. Arianrod, the Celtic goddess of time, is your ally, and she will ensure your timing is perfect. The hours will expand to gift you with the space you need to complete anything that you started. Today, recognize that no matter what is in front of you, time is your friend. Consider that everything you intend and desire also has its own relationship to time. And all will come to you in the perfect form and in the perfect moment. Patience, dedication, and quiet anticipation are delicate yet potent allies now. Arianrod, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that and someone's like getting so annoyed, but this is your champion and your timing is perfect. So the alignment message is, do you worry there's not enough time or that you might be running out of it? Do you feel that you are too late, too stressed, or too overwhelmed to get where you need to go? This attitude is fueled by fear, which has a strange and unusual power to contract time. Arianrod, the goddess of time, has an alignment task for you. Breathe deeply and trust the process. Know that even if you are temporarily struggling, you will always have enough time to choose how you experience your reality. You can always course correct. Consider this truth. Struggles, disappointments, or seeming delays are all part of the experience of life on life's terms. Yet Arianrod says, this too shall pass. When cool heads prevail and faith steers your course, treasure is never far away. Call on the goddess Arianrod and when you begin to feel overwhelmed, and she will remind you of these truths. So I know for me personally, this is super, super accurate and, very timely message. But this is good, guys. This is your time to do whatever it is that you need. And to be assured that it's going to happen and that you're going to excel. So if any of you have maybe been on time crunches for things, I know a lot of people are just usually stressed around the holidays because there's so much that is expected of a lot of us, and there's so much we have to exert, and it's like there's also, just as adults, work that needs to be done and kids that need to be watched and significant others that need attention, stuff like that. But you guys will have time to get things done. Just make sure that you're, taking a good path at just being productive. I really like that though. It's so funny because just like a squat to squat story. Last month, and I don't know if this is with you guys, because I know Tauruses that will spill the tea on their life, okay? And I know Tauruses that will be completely quiet. I'm the type of person, especially if it has to do with some sort of struggle, I ain't talking about it. It's not happening, okay? And last month, there was something that happened where I went to a place with people and we already, we had like a set price of what this was going to cost and all of that. And it ended up being double the price. And like, I'm talking about like someone's rent. So this is something that turned out being so expensive, but we're all there. All my friends are there and, everyone's excited for this. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna take a loss on this one, and I'm gonna put this up because nobody was in a position to help. So I'm just like, okay, let me do this. So I did it, and everybody was good, and it was just an incredible time, and people had a lot of fun. But it put me in a position where it's not something I expected, and I'm just like, you know what, this is something that was truly done on the kindness of my heart, and I saved a lot of people's asses. So I'm just praying that something good comes in. So it was just getting to the point where it really hit me and things started just like snowballing, and I'm just like, oh my God, can I get above the water right now? And I just didn't think I would have the time to. But just with my readings, every time I read myself recently, and you guys are Taurus, so this energy is going to be there for you too, it just keeps saying, what's that wait, something strong is coming in. And I don't know if you guys feel that, and that's kind of like the magic of Sagittarius season, because it's a Sagittarian season rather, because it's a season where we can really excel, put our passion into things, and take risks, and things just really happen. And things have been happening, and I had that assurance within myself. So if you feel like, again, you're on some sort of time crunch, especially if you just mean well in a situation, just have faith. Okay, and make sure that you're doing things in a way where it's being done with love and it's being done with gratitude, because that's when you guys are really going to be getting the return on your investments, and that's when you really come from a place where life will replenish anything that you feel that you lose. So just do something from, a good place, and just know that there's time. Just put in the work. All right. I love you guys so much. If you guys want to follow my social medias, anything that you need, you want to, make any donations, I'd be so grateful. Everything is in the description below. And the next reading I'll have for Squad is love. Take care, guys.